People keep on asking me, why don't you do a podcast? I'm like, a podcast? What am I do a podcast for? You got a lot to say. True. People be listening to some of the stuff you say. True. Well, here we go. First mic. Platform. Talk about some of the latest, some of the hottest stuff going on. Even mostly the classic stuff going on. Where somebody got their mic first. Somebody outlasted somebody in some way. And
tell me it'll be good.
Nobody even saw. Fresh mics, that's what we're here for. From different cutting edge angles on what's going on social media, YouTube, and in the world. Stay tuned. Fresh mics. Keep.
Measly flow. This nigga here, government bread, easy dough. I'll let you
We
live, but you
are
better be easy,
back.
though, 'cause I can make you sick
Episode
like a TV
13,
show.
Crush Mics. We are here for a beautiful show. We got an array of topics. I'm here, I'm your host, Korey Buckets. In my background, we got a beautiful classic. We're going to get into that. This week, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl. That just happened. We definitely got to talk about that and how that rolled out and what we feel about that on here in Crush Mics. The weekend. You know what I'm saying? A lot of controversial things about the weekend going on. We're going to talk about that. High school basketball legend Tom Kinchowski. We're going to be talking about him on hospice. Salute to Tom Kinchowski. His great contribution to high school basketball, especially New York City. We definitely thank him for everything he's done. We're going to talk about him. We're going to be talking about the South by Southwest concert. Legendary South by Southwest concert going on this year. In a new way, you know, because of COVID and everything, but it's still going on. We're going to be talking about Coming to America 2. They bought it back. How we feel about that? They bought a part 2. You know, it's kind of hard to remake classic. Sometimes most people say classics, you leave those alone, but we're going to see what people think it's going to be. We got a new one coming out. We're going to be talking about Miss Tessica Brown. No, baby. She glued the Gorilla Glue. She glued her hair. So she had a wig she wanted to put together with the Gorilla Glue. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about my background. The first battle between MURDA Mook and Loaded Lux. Lions Den, small room, no big stage, classic. We revisited that recently and realized how this just needs a little bit more conversation because that battle was really something that of ages. If they're looked at how they looked at today, to see where they came from, to hear what they saying to the new guys is pretty interesting when you look at it in hindsight. But getting into the show, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, man, shout out to Tom Brady, man. Because let's be real. They say in some situations age ain't nothing but a number. But a brutal sport like football, age means a whole lot on that body when you're getting hit. The New England Patriots had pretty much said, you know what, Tom Brady? You're getting older, you're 40-something, we going to have to figure it out sooner or later. So we might as well do this sooner than later. We might as well move right on and, you know, see who else we can get. Maybe you can train the new guys that come up, but we going in a different direction. Tom Brady said, you know what, y'all not going to roam on me with the Cowboys. I got more years in me. I still want to play. Here we are. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers was comprised of a bunch of throwaways and dudes that you ultimately would say, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys were ultimately not the top tier guys anymore. Some of them, a lot of them were vets. Gronk had already retired. Like, it was a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? So they ultimately were a team comprised of experience and, you know, just great, exceptional coaching. So you really, really gotta show love to that, because a lot of times in America, when we get to a certain stage, no matter what it is, if it's entertainment, whether it's work or whatever, people want to move on. And so this was a great celebration of just sticking it out and believing in yourself and making it happen. Because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the year before was 9-7, and they went from that to ultimately winning the Super Bowl this year. It was a great Super Bowl. The Chiefs have nothing to be ashamed of. They played a great game, but they really lost to older, more seasoned guys. There was a lot of seasoned guys there. And not to mention Mahomes is hurt. When you got a turf toe injury and one of the strongest attributes of your game is scrambling, you can't scramble at that point. Those are nagging injuries. So the Chiefs played well. It was as well as they possibly could, I'll say, due to circumstances. They did as much as they possibly could. Sometimes the other team is just better that night, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the other team is horrible. But Crush Mike's platform, we thank them for doing what they needed to do, but got them out of there, though. Sorry, Buccaneers. The Weeknd. A lot of people talking about The Weeknd, man. Shout out to him. I literally did not know about this dude until he was doing those Drake hooks. He literally went from this dude that we just know about doing these occasional Drake hooks to getting a single that they play on the radio that sounds a little bit like Michael Jackson, so you don't know really at this point where it's gonna go. To being on a Pepsi halftime show. Now, whether you agreed with how the show was, the performance, I kind of think he could have danced a little bit more. I would have liked to see some more dance moves because he does have that Michael little voice to him. But I think people nowadays take pride in knocking people like all crazy. Like, and I don't really feel like he should have gotten knocked that hard. Like, I think he tried, and I think that there was a lot of entertainers who you couldn't even got to perform for the halftime show. So I definitely think he was dope, and I definitely think he should have got a little bit more credit for stepping out there when a lot of the artists and things like that weren't doing it. So salute to The Weeknd, man. We want to see you do more. We would like to see you dance and get some more dance steps, because them songs you got, it would be really dope with either you dancing or some better background singing. The new jock straps that they had on their face was not cool. Those masks were terrible. Total regression and digression for 2 seconds, because I got to talk about this along with the Super Bowl. Seeing Cardi B with Wayne and Garth on that commercial. I don't know what company it was that had Cardi B with Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, but that was dope. That was incredible. Like, to see Cardi on that was dope. That was incredible. I love that. Like, I love that. I hope they do some more stuff like that, because I think, like, blending the cultures, blending the different generations and stuff like that is bridging the gaps. And then I thought that was really incredible. Next topic. 2 seconds, man. Gotta shout out my man Tom Kinchowski. 2 seconds, gotta pause it though. Man, gotta shout out Tom Kinchowski. We need a 2 second pause. Thank y'all. For the great legend, man. Just got a little bit of news. Tom Kinchowski, New York City legendary high school basketball specifically scout, was on hospice. And that's crucial, because you're talking about a dude who's 6'6", went to Archbishop Malloy under the great Jack Curran, and didn't play a lick of basketball. His great spirit, his great energy, his great personality, his great love for the game, great passion for the game, kept him going for decades and decades and decades and decades. He's scouted some of your favorites, not just from New York City, but around the country since the late 80s, early 90s. So we definitely wish the great Tom Kinchowski the best. We wish the best for his family. And we just thank you, legend, just for being who you were and who you have been to us in high school basketball for all of these years. We got pictures with the likes of your boy to LeBron James, like all kinds of people he's been associated and attached to, and his word is golden. straight across the board. If Tom Kachowski said you are a class 1 athlete or even knows who you are, you're on the radar, you doing something. So, man, we wish the best to the legend. Next topic. South by Southwest concert is still going on this year virtually. Now, if y'all don't know nothing about the South by Southwest concert, they started in like the late 80s, 1986 to be exact. They started with a combination of like music and film and different things, a festival in Texas. And then over the years, you know, they've had more musical acts, primarily like rock and roll, pop, things of that nature. In the late 90s, you saw rap start to get infused in with the Fugees, Pras, Lauryn Hill, and Wyclef Jean. And you know, as time progressed, you started to see more hip-hop acts. So now, South by Southwest has an actual component where the hip-hop acts are huge, and this is a really big concert for mainstream and indie artists, mostly indie artists. Last year, it got canceled due to COVID. This year, they figured out how to essentially have the actual concert and essentially stream it. So a lot of the events are going to be streamed. A lot of the concerts, a lot of the artists will be streamed. So it's good. The artists still get the ability to get off. The labels and things of that nature that's still looking for some of these indie artists can still have the ability to see them, whether they come personally, pause. Whoa, that was crazy. Whether they're live or whether they pay the ticket to actually watch it. Now, as fans of some of these artists, you have the ability to go online and pay for tickets and support these artists. You got your merchandise that you can still get like you were at the concert. So it's a great thing. I think y'all should definitely support the South by Southwest event this year, the concert. Definitely go check it out. Link will be in the description as well. Go online and get tickets because it is dope. Hopefully your boy Kate will be there next year doing. Oh, I digress. I'm sorry. Next topic. Check this out. This is a goodie. It's a goodie for the show. Apparently, Coming to America is coming back. They have already shot the movie. Everything is straight. They have a date for March 5th, I believe, to be released on Amazon. So, you know, everybody's not in the actual studios in the movies right now. So they doing things, releasing them on Amazon and things like that. And I appreciate that. Because at least we can still see these movies. It's a big one, though, y'all. I don't know why y'all want... I can't say I don't know why y'all want to do it, because this movie came out in 1988. If there was a movie that could get a remake, it would. This is a tough one, man. This is like the mother of these kinds of comedy movies. Like, so many people in movies were spawned from this one movie. So, y'all gotta get this right, man. Shout out to Rick Ross. I heard they shot a lot of this in his house in Atlanta. That's incredible, boss. But I hope they get this right, man. They added Cedric the Entertainer, I believe. Or what's my man? What's Brother Man? Not Brother Man. Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan is going to be in this one, and a few other people. So y'all definitely check that out. March 5th on Amazon Prime is coming out, and we're going to check it out. Next one, Tessica Brown. Who's Tessica Brown? What is Tessica Brown? What does Tessica Brown mean, y'all? If you are on TikTok or be listening to TikTok, watching TikTok, whatever the case may be, your kids, you watch it, your homeboys, your friends, your girls, whatever. This young lady named Tessica Brown who went viral last week. But check this out, y'all. She knew that she normally uses a bonding solution or whatever, or certain things to slick her hair down, a pony to make it a certain kind of way. She didn't have those things. So she took it upon herself to say, what we got in the house? Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue would be a good idea to put on my... Gorilla Glue. So you're talking about the same stuff that bonds wood. You're talking about the same stuff that you could put on metal, like two metal things and spin it in the air, and it'll be like Gorilla Glue. Like you talk, baby. Who told you that was a good idea? It was a horrible idea. They said she had to go to the ER. They doing like some scalp treatment ointments and like it ain't funny, but it's funny. Like, baby, if those are your friends telling you to do that, those ain't your friends. Whoever told you or didn't tell you to not do that, those ain't your friends and your family, baby. We need y'all to make better decisions out here, kids, man. Like, when you realize that you trying to stunt that hard, that you willing to put Gorilla Glue on your scalp, man, she might not have no skin on her scalp after the end of the day. Man, she gonna need extensive treatments for that. Man, it is never worth it, y'all. You know what? She crushed her own mic for that. That was bad. Like that was bad. Like I usually keep the women and kids to a minimum on there, but yeah, I feel bad, baby. You gotta get that together. Don't do that no more, girl. We don't want to see nobody going to the ER with their scalp in the range. Don't do it. Last topic. My bad, girl. Guerilla Mook versus Loaded Lux. Classic Lions Den battle. It was a great battle. Like, seriously. This was a great battle. And I'm going to tell you why it was a great battle. It was a great battle for many reasons. At that time, Mook was really just coming into his own. He was really just getting his delivery, like, tight. He was getting who he was as a battle rapper together, because at the time, to me, he was a little bit more of just a rapper and just trying to transition. Lux was 1,000% ready and bred for this. He was part of the host as to why they had the Lions Den League, which spawned a lot of battle rappers back in the days. Charlie Clips, Lux, Goods, Tay-Rock, all of them, a lot of them were spawned from the Lions Den. So the Lions Den was the forefather for a lot of things. This was a solid battle. Mook punches was crazy. But I think Lux won this battle more so for the fact of he had a charisma factor that I don't think that he even understood, he being MURDA Mook at the time. At the time, I felt like MURDA Mook was more on the lines of, he was just trying to say hot stuff. He was really on the wave of saying, you know what, I'm hot. I want to say something hot. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And I really feel like that right there was the difference between they battle. Like, on the Crush Mike's platform, we always got to give it to somebody. So we definitely got to say, we're going to give it to Loaded Lux on the platform. Crush. Orange Soda, crush. But let's be real. Fast forward, battle 2. Years later, Total Slaughter, Mook figured it out. He's become a personal angle tactician. His bars is still up there. And he is what he is. So some of the younger battlers, y'all got to understand, maybe you got to take a loss today to get a win tomorrow. And that's just how life works out. When we lose sometimes in life, it's really a win if we really know how to take it and we know how to build off of it. So take that as one to grow on. Till next week, we thank y'all for tuning in to the Crush Mike platform. Y'all keep safe. Y'all stop touching each other. Keep the love. Stop having gatherings, crazy gatherings. I hope y'all ain't had no crazy gatherings for the Super Bowl. And listen to that Cake album, man. We got a new single coming, me and my man Rod Paul. We don't even want to talk about that. Next episode. Cake.